to Surya, Lord of the Sun. The half syllable at the end relates with Varuna, Lord of the water or the sea. In this way, the syllables of Om produce the vibrations of the elements necessary for creation: fire, which brings forth transformation; air, which contains gaseous substance; sun, which gives light and heat; and water, the sustainer of life.
What is Anve? On the title first, you start on. What is that?
Agni?
No, Anvay. Yeah. Anvay or Anvay?
Oh, you mean Anvaya?
Anvaya.
Yeah, Anvaya is annotation.
Oh,
that. Okay.
I see. Okay. So did it say that in every? Okay, that's fine.
Word by word.
Yeah.
So here it is also correlating with the 5 elements. Earth, water, fire, air and ether. So its connection with each element also it is showing which matra, which part is connected with which element. So what all this Om consists of, right? So even these 5 elements, which we call earth, water, fire, air and ether, their distinction comes with the frequency of vibration. Earth vibrates in a certain frequency, but earth is not, earth doesn't have a separate existence without water or air or ether. It's all coexisting with each other. It is called quintuplication in Vedanta. Panchikaranam. So earth has predominantly earth element, and then it has all other 4 elements also in certain percentage, in smaller percentage. Water, if you take, water doesn't exist just by itself. The other elements, the other 4 elements are also in a smaller percentage, it is there included. So for our mind to understand it, because of its frequency, vibrational frequency and characteristics, we have divided it into 5 different names. But they are all again, one and the same. They are not separate. There are no 5 elements. There is only one element, and that is.
How do you, sorry, I think I'm having just a little, water, how does it contain solid? I mean, like earth element, what, is that the molecules? Or
yeah, molecule, that's a smaller units.
Very, very anu part of the solid, okay,
yeah.
Sorry, sounds good.
So Bhanumandala Sankasha Bhaven Matra Tathottara Paramachartha Matra. Ultimate is the Artha Matra of Om. Ya Varunim Tam Vidurbhutaha. And water.
How would one, while chanting Om, and with reference to your body being Om, and with reference to all these frequency of energy levels, how would we bring all of that in the mind when we are chanting Om? Like, we chant Om like as if Om, 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 it's just a sound, nothing connected with the body. We, at least I just chant like a, maybe mind is there a little bit, but it doesn't, this actually our music teacher says the same thing. When you're chanting Om, he says Pratama Sharira Gyan. You keep the Sharira in your mind first, and from there see every part of the resonance of the body, how when you're chanting Om, that's how your mind has to be completely with your body and see the sound, where it is emanating from, what is going on, and how does it sublimate, or how does it leave? How does it arise? How does it leave? Where does it arise? Where does it leave? How does, I've asked this with him too. He says, the moment you start doing this Nadayoga sadhana, it will come automatically.
Yeah, it doesn't have to come. It is there, and we don't need to bring it because it is already there. It is all inclusive. Om is all inclusive, and it is just explained in different lines. That's all. But it's all simultaneously present, even if we want it or not, right?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It is just that you begin to recognize, maybe that's what he means when you do Nadayoga sadhana, you begin to recognize it's already there. You begin to recognize or relate to it.
Yeah, that's why the teaching is there. Those who have experienced it like that, they have tried to put it in words, trying to explain that experience. But it will be in fragments when you put it into words. It's our job to collect all together and put it together and experience it within ourselves to really understand where it points to. Should we move on to one more sloka?
Yeah. This is nice. I mean, it's such a depth of Om, huh? It feels like even it's more in depth than even Mandukya Upanishad. Yeah.
Yeah, there it is more theoretical, whereas here, because this is Yoga Upanishad, this is not Vedanta.
Oh, you're right. That's right. Okay.
This is not Vedanta Upanishad, right?
Right. Wow. Yes. Thank you for bringing that up. Yes.
So the practice and the experience, you are able to relate with the theoretical. It's Pariyatti and Patiyatti, right? What Pal Buddha says, theory and practice go hand in hand.
Yeah.
It's so beautiful. I don't want to stop chanting Goshani, Pradama, Matra, Vidhin Matra, Tathapara.
I was just thinking the same thing. I was thinking, is the chandas like Gita?
Yeah, pretty much yes.
Yeah. What kind of what is the meter what is the chandas you are chanting this?
It's the same as Gita only.
Gita only. Yeah, that's how it sounds. Yeah. Okay.
Okay, can you read this one, 7th one? 8th one, sorry.
8th one.
Yeah.
So the Anvay is Nunam now Yasya of or Yatra of each api also Pratishtitah are formed of Kalatraye 3 parts Esha Akshayatah, this is called Omkar, sound of Om. Nibodhata, you can know. Dharanabhi, through the dharanas, concentration on each part. Now the matras of each are also formed of 3 parts. This is called Omkar. You can know it through the dharanas. Each matra also consists of 3 parts, and altogether these are called Omkar. He, who, or that which names the symbol of Om is known as Omkar. This term is also used as a reference to Shiva or Brahman in relation to the supreme consciousness from which Om has arisen. Omkar can only be experienced through meditation. The dharanas are practices of meditation which involve one-pointed concentration. When performed on a regular basis, they strengthen the inner awareness, allowing the practitioner to transcend the mind. This takes the consciousness to a very high level. The dharanas were developed by the yogis and rishis of old, who practiced them in the solitude of mountains and forests. They are found in the different Upanishads.
So, yatrema and yasyema both are applicable, both will work. What is the meaning you said, yatra? Yasya?
Of each.
Yes,
Yeah.
of each, but yatra would be, I would think, what remember Sanskrita remembers about the place where, right? Yatra tatra, that's how they here or there or something like that, right?
Yatra can also be how many?
Oh, really?
Yeah. So, whichever matra. Kalatraya, the three kalam, the past, present and the future. That's also connected to the different matras of Om. A, U, has the past, present and future in it. So how it is all encompassing, that's what here, it's connected to the body, to the worlds, to the time and to the space, how it is connected. So kalatrayepi yatrema matra nunam pratisthita yesha onkara akhyatu dharanabhir nibodhata. Dharana dhyanam samadhi, the 8 limbs of yoga, starting from yama niyama, asana, pratyahara, pranayama, dharana, dhyanam, samadhi. So dharana is one of the 8 limbs of yoga. So you have an understanding about the 8 limbs of yoga, right? Ashtanga yoga.
Yeah, we did Yoga Sutra study. We passed that part. Yeah, but probably Rekha does too.
So what is dharana?
Concentration.
Dharana is not directly concentration. It comes from concentration.
Like what you, more like a goal, like what goal you want to accomplish, like the mission statement.
So dharana, the word, if you look at the word dharana, dharayati is dharana. That which holds. The bhumi is dharitri because it is holding everything in it.
Right.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So dharana, what is it holding? It is holding the knowledge, the understanding, the wisdom. How is it holding? How did it get that understanding? Through concentration. Concentration is the path, and dharana is when you have the intellectual understanding. The dhi is buddhi, the intellect.
Yes.
So dharana also has that dha, right? So it is the intellectual understanding mentioned here. Yesha onkara akyato, by the sadhana of the onkaram, the dharana is the sixth limb of yoga. That it's telling there, it enhances your consciousness, conscious awareness.
Also, looking at dharan karna, to
hold.
Is it to hold, dharan karna? I thought maybe absorb or something, to be absorbed. Dharan.
Yeah,
Okay.
it can be.
Ah.
Yeah. Absorption is also a quality of samadhi. Samadhi is concentration. The dhi is in samam, in equanimity.
I see. Wow, that's nice. Dhi is the buddhi, and it is in samam or equanimity.
Yeah.
Oh, that's very nice. Huh. Does dhi also mean light?
That's a softer divya.
Oh, I see.
Deva, divya.
Samadhi. Okay. That's a nice explanation.
So it is gradually, taking us somewhere. We have to catch up with it by daily practice. Otherwise, it becomes, it won't make real sense. You can intellectually discuss about it, talk about it, but we will never experience what is being said.
Yeah.
So make sure.
The mudra we were doing, and trying to hear the various sounds in your right ear. How does all of that relate to such deep knowledge of like how they are dissecting the Om in so many different ways? So how does that mudra and this relate to each other? Like, how do you know, okay, this is the mudra I practice every day, then I will understand all of the Om they are talking about here?
So mudra, the Shanmukhi mudra that we are using, that is just a technique. You just need to plug your ears to listen to the inner sound. Even without plugging the ears, you can, if you are in such a very quiet place, without the mudra also you can still hear. But initially in the practice of the technique, in the method, this technique will help you. This mudra will help you. And the sounds that we hear, the different sounds, it's all mentioned here. It is going to describe in the upcoming shlokas how each sound, new sound will come. So,
there is I'm remembering just a few weeks ago in one of the classes, our teacher, the teacher, he asked to chant Om, and he said just following some of the things that he was saying, where that does it arise. That particular day, after chanting Om for about half an hour, it was half an hour he just did that, my body was literally warm and I started sweating. So, and I was thinking then, he said this is one of the aspects of Om, that expression is, but you can't, I said, why is it happening? He said, you can't really pinpoint, but you just have to understand that this is an aspect where your Agni is elevated, or it is expressed, or something like that. Yeah. And he said it is the way that it is chanted. You cannot really, like you were saying, you cannot intellectualize and say Om should be like this, Om should be. You just sit down and you experience it. He said, your experience, all these experiences will be there, but what you're experiencing right now will not be what I'm experiencing right now. It will be and you understand it from your own perspective of your body and your.
Somebody was
it's
saying,
not there, I think.